Speedrunning anime so you don't have to. Hey, it's Nene, Copper Gully by day, anime speed watcher by night. I watch at 2 to 4 times speed only. Welcome to Anime Quickie, where I turn 6-hour seasons into 10-minute plot bombs. No BS, no fillers, let's break it down. Welcome to the messiest love triangle where 2 points are twins. This is what happens when one guy gets caught between twin sisters and cannot choose. Let's get into this drama. Here comes the main guy, Jun. He gets new neighbors, the Jinguji twins. The first twin is Lumi, who is the sporty one, and she's secretly crushing on Jun. And then we have the second twin, Naori. She is the bookworm who shares the same otaku interests as Jun. Over time, Jun and Naori bond over books and anime, while Lumi is watching from the sidelines getting more jealous by the day. Middle school hits and Lumi finally confesses. But Jun says yes. While Jun and Lumi are busy exploring the intricacies of love, Naori suffers from bullying until Jun helps her to make friends. After months of dating, Lumi breaks up with him because of inner guilt. The real tea is Naori knew about Lumi's feelings the whole time and never confessed because of it. Now she's confused and angry about their breakup. While Lumi breaks up with Jun, she does something wild. She tells him to date her twin sister Naori because they're perfect for each other. But weeks pass and she's getting frustrated watching Jun do absolutely nothing about it. Girl decides to confront Jun and they almost kiss. But she pulls back and demands him to ask out Naori once again. Jun finally caves and takes Naori to the movies for a date. The date goes well and Jun asks Naori to be his girlfriend. She says yes and immediately tells her twin sister about it. Lumi's out here pretending to be happy while absolutely dying inside. Jun and Naori shares their first kiss while Lumi's realizing she might have made the biggest mistake of her life. Lumi's getting advice from her friend Leda to put herself first while watching Jun and Naori go on perfect dates after dates. Meanwhile, Jun's friend Toshige drops a bomb. He had a crush on Naori but gave up because he knew her feelings for Jun. Drama hits when Lumi sprains her wrist during basketball and locks herself away, worried about team selection. Jun comes to comfort her and they almost kiss once again, but Naori walks in on them. Jun can't hold it anymore and tells Lumi the truth. He has been in love with her this whole time and regrets never saying it when they were dating. Jun admits something huge. His competition with Naori over grades was just to get her attention, but when she didn't respond to his feelings, he was happy just being friends. Meanwhile, Naori is going all in, wearing lingerie on dates and watching rom-coms to learn relationship tips. She confesses she loved Jun during their academic rivalry and was too scared to say it. Jun is having an existential crisis when he realized Naori never actually said "I love you" back when he confessed. Naori gives him an ultimatum: start fresh with her or go back to Lumi. And Jun hesitates. His hesitation makes her really happy because she knows she's still got competition. The twins finally have it all out. Naori spills everything about her relationship with Jun and calls out Lumi for dumping him. They decide to drop the sister act and treat each other as 2 women in love with the same guy. Even the friends are getting involved in this whole mess. Toyoshige calls Jun a coward for not choosing over any of the twins. Naori's friends Lilisu wants her that she will lose Jun to Lumi, but Naori is ready to fight for her man. Jun has scored even higher than Naori in one of the tests and is tricked into hugging her. And Lumi also requests a hug and Jun accepts. Suddenly, Amamiya, a beautiful model, wants Jun to tutor her, and the girls are concerned about Jun being snatched away. With the twins' birthday approaching, Lilisu plans to help Naori celebrate it. Lumi is embarrassed to learn that the basketball team knows about her and Jun's relationship. Jun and Lumi visit Amamiya in her house. Naori is not happy when she sees both of them returning home together. Naori is getting worried about Amamiya being the competition until Jun assures her that he's not interested in Amamiya. But Amamiya, she's out here playing games. She shows up late to her own tutoring session, comes out in just underwear. Then she forces Jun to admit he dated Lumi, and then she also refused she's got a thing for smart guys. Meanwhile, Lumi sees her sister looking lonely and invites her to join basketball activities. Look who's being nice here. And the next day gets messy. Amamiya helps Jun shop for Lumi's birthday gift, and then Naori spots them while shopping with Lilisu. And she gets the wrong idea completely and crashes their next tutoring session. Naori only calms down when she hears Amamiya's parents are coming over. Lumi's got a big basketball game coming up, so Jun decides to give her birthday present early. Her response, a thank you kiss. Lumi tells Naori about meeting Jun, but conveniently leaves out the kissing part. Jun gives Naori her presents, a glasses case, and a plushie. But instead of happiness, we get drama. Naori gets emotional, refuse. She knows he gave Lumi's gift first, tells him to treasure her like he does for Lumi. And Jun is feeling guilty about playing favorite. Meanwhile, Amamiya aces her makeup exams thanks to Jun's tutor tutoring. That whole tutoring situation, it was a scheme that Amamiya and Lily Sue planted just to get Naori to become friends with Amamiya. Lumi gets even closer to achieving her dream of winning the basketball championship. As she qualifies for the next round, at night Lumi can't sleep and Naori tells her to go see June. But here's the tea, Naori says it's her last act of kindness. From now on, she's getting serious about winning over June. Lumi's basketball team loses and she's blaming herself. Meanwhile, June is getting roped into starting a pop culture research club with Naori, Lily Sue, and Toyoshige. But here comes the drama. Mizuma from the boys' basketball team confesses to Lumi. But get this, Data thinks he knew about Lumi liking June and confesses anyway just to mess with her. Lumi rejects him but agrees to be friends. Naori is keeping the new club a secret from Lumi, but they've got problems. The recreational board games club and their leader wants the same club room. Here comes the drama. When Lumi tells June she's hanging out with Mizuma, June acts like he doesn't care, but she wanted him to be jealous. She gets upset when he's not. Naori's solution is telling her sister to keep hanging out with Mizuma. Lumi is straight up avoiding June. Meanwhile, June is fighting for that club room with a chess match challenge. If he wins, they get the room. But if he loses, he has to join the board games club. The board games club leader throws a curveball by picking Naori as his opponent instead of June. Since Naori hasn't played chess in forever, June starts training her every day. During this time, Naori tells Lumi she's being way too harsh on June. Meanwhile, Lumi's head is a mess, trying to figure out her feelings for Mizuma. Things get more complicated when she discovers Mizuma used to date her teammate Mai and broke up with her because he had feelings for Lumi. Angry and frustrated, Lumi rejects Mizuma and tells him to go back to Mai. She finally talks to June, and he admits what we have been waiting for. He was jealous about Mizuma, but couldn't say anything because they are friends. Just when you think everything is settled, Lumi does a complete 180, invites Mizuma on a date, and Mizuma goes straight to June to tell him he's dead serious about pursuing Lumi. Mizuma tells Lumi he's completely over Mai, hoping he still has a chance. Just then, June shows up at the park and comes over to say hi. Mizuma puts June on the spot, asking him to choose between the twins. Later, June tells the truth. He loves both of them. And he cannot pick. He knows he's being selfish but asks Lumi for more time to decide. The chess match drama finally ends with Naori's victory. But here's the funny part. Turns out the board games club leader was going to give them the room anyway. All that training for nothing. Naori is supposed to have a sleepover at Amamiya's place, but suddenly vows to chase after June. Amamiya and Lily Sue watch her leave and can tell from her attitude she's ready to win June by any means. While shopping for dinner, June and Lumi hold hands, giving everyone hope that maybe things are getting better. But maybe because this show loves drama, they get home only to find Naori waiting outside their house. June lets Naori sleep over, which is totally going to end well, right? But Naori is trying everything to get closer to him, even follows him into the bath. But June keeps running away. While sleeping next to Naori, June is feeling guilty about betraying Lumi, but ends up kissing Naori anyway. The families decide to go on a joint trip, and June is sweating about staying overnight with both twins. Everything explodes when the girls start reflecting on their actions. Their argument gets so heated, it turns into a physical fight. June steps in and finally admits everything. I'm selfish, I can't pick between you two. Please wait until I can make a decision. And somehow this works. The twins make up and decide they will compete fairly for June's heart from now on, because nothing says sisterly love like agreeing to keep fighting over the same guy. Let's talk about this mess of romance anime. I would give this a 2 out of 10, and I'm actually being generous here. You know those shows where you want to reach through the screen and shake some sense into the characters? This is it. We've got a guy who can't choose between the twins and thinks that's totally fine. One twin who dumps him and regrets it, another twin who keeps kissing him but says they're not dating. And zero actual relationship progression. We get 12 episodes of frustrating drama that goes nowhere. I actually hate animes that have no closure of the storyline. The main character really said I love you both and thought that would solve everything. I had to watch this at 2 times speed with another anime playing at the same time just to get through it. This is how painful it was. If you're thinking about watching this, don't. There's so many better romance anime out there where people actually make decisions. Save yourself 6 hours of watching the most indecisive guy in anime history, along with the 2 sisters. If you want more anime breakdowns that save you from watching the bad ones, you know what to do next. Hit the like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching. I will catch you at the next one.